Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Eagle Stadium. My name is Gabe Rhodes.
I'm Stephen Kennedy.
And you're tuned in to the Robert C. Byrd Streaming Network. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a fast one today.
Absolutely.
I hope you had your espresso. I hope you had a double shot, or maybe something a little stronger on the coffee realm, because this one's going to cook today, Steve.
Absolutely. This is what you play your whole season for, is to get to these type of games. Sectional championship, winner moves on, loser, season ends. So we'll see how that goes.
In season result, RCB was victorious in Grafton, 1-0.
Yeah, Braden Thomason got the goal off of an assist from Chandler Walls. That was the difference in that game. But obviously when you have the last 2 years, we've played 3 times. This is going to be the 4th time in 2 years. And considering we've only been scheduled once, that shows how good these teams have been, that they've met in the playoffs now 2 years in a row in the sectional championship. Last year, Grafton won 1-0, and in the regular season beat us 2-1. And, of course, we beat them 1-0. So last 3 games, all one-goal games, low-scoring contests. So, really, I mean, that's probably what you expect to see today in this one as well.
It's going to be tight.
Yep.
Super tight.
Yep.
And I'll tell you, ladies and gentlemen, we've been looking forward to this one.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
If there is anything close to a rivalry game for the RCB boys, it is Grafton.
Yep.
And we are pumped for kickoff today. The Eagles are in their black uniforms. Yep. Grafton will be in the white. We're going to step away here real quick for the introduction of the players. We'll be back on the Robert C. Byrd Streaming Network. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and we're back here at Eagle Stadium. Steve,
Yep.
I love mornings like this.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we always talk about how Saturday morning games just feel different. I mean, but this one obviously feels different than all the other ones before it because this is, like I said, that game earlier in the year. And we even talked about during the stream, obviously that game was at Grafton, so we didn't get to stream it. But we talked about how big that game when RCB and Grafton played was because the winner of that game was going to get to host this game. So, RCB finding a way to get that victory made the difference to having this game here. And you always want to be on your home turf when the game that could decide your season's going here. So everyone's ready.
Tight contest.
Tight contest. Like I said, expect this one to go 80 minutes, if not more, today, honestly.
Yeah. Eagles are going to go from your right to left, Grafton from your left to right.
Eagles in black, and the Bearcats are in white. Now, the keys to the game for RCB is obviously, one, to defend well. They have 5 players on Grafton that have scored 7 or more goals. And usually if you score 7 goals, you're a pretty solid goal scorer, and they've got 5 on their team. So they're a very balanced attack. So that's something RCB is going to have to keep in mind that, they have those players there. So they got to make sure to not let any of them – they have 5 people definitely capable of putting one in the back of the net. So you got to make sure that you're – and here's an early opportunity. Oh, great job by Caden Min there to sweep that away. As that was number 2, Jude Menard was there. He's one of their leading scorers for the.
Well, and that tells you something, Steve. That means from the jump. I mean, we're not even a minute in, and they are. Grafton is ready to go and ready to be here.
Yep. Ball gets by Gabbert there, but fortunately, a little bit of an off pass there from and.
Yeah.
So you got to think that just looking at Menard, he probably got crazy speed because just looking at his the way he moves.
Well, and that's a nice touch there from Carson Bennett. This is a game. We've kind of last couple games. Bird has kind of started a little sloppy and a little slow, and they cannot do that today.
Yep. Because here's the thing. We talk about one goal has been the difference in all these games. So if you give up an early goal, that could literally be the goal that wins the game. So obviously.
Oh, now.
The argument was he undercut him, and I think you can make that argument. It was close. It was a close call, but I don't think that's the question was, did he go into him or did he stay straight? And it's a close call in that regard. Nice job by Xavier Sinnott to at least knock that away from number 5, Adrian Joyce. Senior heavy team for the Bearcats. 8 seniors, 2 juniors, and one freshman starting for them. So obviously, very experienced team. Ball in. Fortunately, White was able to get that as a header by Spencer Copeland, their leading scorer, number 11. But White was able to get off his line, and he wasn't able to get enough pace on it to. As Caden's going to clear that, see if it gets through. As Caleb Unego will try to pressure the keeper a little bit.
Now that keeper from Grafton looks like a grown man.
Yep, he's another senior. Number 1, Bryson Kittle is their keeper.
I believe he plays basketball. He's a basketball guy also.
I think he is as well.
Look
Look
man.
at Unego fighting there.
And doing a lot of dancing there. I mean, this is not.
There's one point where I almost wish he wouldn't have tried to been strong and gone down, because there was a point where they kicked him and he stayed on his feet, so they didn't call a foul. But had he gone down, they probably would have had to call the foul.
Sure.
Would have been a half dive, sure, but if you Wyatt Crislip, great job coming off the line and finding the ball. Couldn't get cleanly off the first time, but was luckily able to find it off the bounce quickly.
Well, and a good reaction there from him.
Now, Braden Thomason is going to be key for RCB because we talked about in the last 2 years, RCB has scored 2 goals. Both those goals belong to Braden Thomason. This is the only guy to be able to score against these Bearcats the last 2 years for RCB. So that's something that, as so far the Bearcats have had the better of play. But RCB just trying to weather that storm and see if they can find something. Here comes Long ball in. Nice ball. Great job, though, by Xavier
The
Sennett.
service here from Grafton so far has been very good.
Yeah. So, I mean, that was perfectly placed, not close enough to the keeper, but Xavier's long shot. And fortunately, that goes over the bar, and it hit the crossbar. They're celebrating as if they scored a goal, but it did go over the crossbar. But maybe they're just giving their kids a pick me up, because I mean they've been on the attack here. Right now it's been all Grafton, so RCB definitely needs that
one right there. If that right there is not a wake up call to the midfield and defense of RCB,
yeah,
I don't know what will be.
Because that was a relatively long strike, and obviously if that was just a little bit lower, that's a goal. Because he beat Chrislip on that.
For sure, and they are coming over. They're like attacking over the top. Well,
yeah, good job by Sennett there, doing some good defending to get that ball out. But once again, RCB, they're deep in our territory, and the key is RCB is going to have to try to get some wins here. Header here but fortunately goes right to Wyatt Chrislip, and Chrislip here will.
Well, they're gonna have to get some. They're gonna have to compete hard tonight.
Yeah.
Or this morning, and this is hard. Compete harder than they've had to.
Yeah.
For a lot of balls recently.
Yeah.
Oh man, great hustle from Braden Thomason there.
Just but it would have been tough to keep that in, but that's.
Sure.
What you got to do, though, because they are being sucked up, is if you can try to get one over top, you can hit Yanego or Thomason over the top. That counterattack will be there against these Bearcats. And, as good as that freshman is, one of their fullbacks is a freshman. That might be someone comparatively that you could take advantage of in a situation like this, in a huge game for a freshman to be in.
Sure. Oh, a little bit of an errant pass there from Carson.
Yeah.
Well, and
actually, sorry, the freshman plays center defense. He's a center defender.
Wow, that's a big. They must think very highly of him.
Yeah.
To start a freshman in a sectional title game at center back.
Yep.
That's tough.
Number 21, if you see him on the screen. Chuck with the throw in here as he tries to get it to Caleb. Caleb can't win that one. Chuck does a good job winning it back though. But here comes Corsini there with the ball. Tried to get over
nice step there from Corsini. Just a little. Wish he'd been a little more tidy with the pass.
Yeah.
But
well, it was hard. It was a tight window.
Yeah.
But I like the fact he's hustling after it, trying to get the ball back. That's good. I think that's something we're going to have to do a lot today.
Yeah. There's going to be a lot of
if you're a midfielder with this much talent on the other team, you have to stay even or behind the ball. If you're in front of the ball, you got to get behind it if they have it. What I mean is when Grafton has it, you have to have those numbers back.
I noticed a sub just now that I didn't see. The red cleats of Jackson McCain.
Oh yeah, he came in for Bradley Burnett. Yeah, I guess I missed that one too. Sorry.
I like those cleats.
I'm about to say, hey, red cleats hopefully make them faster, right? Like burning fire.
Maybe. I mean, now in our day we might have given you grief for wearing white cleats or wearing cleats that are.
Not black because
not black, yeah.
Because everyone would just wear black cleats back in the day. It was just
back
that was the
in the 1-2 way back,
Yep.
The before time.
Yep. Be fair, that was before you had things like Amazon and stuff like that. So if you were buying, it had to be from a local store. So it just what they had, and there wasn't a ton of selection for soccer cleats in Clarksburg at the time. So
no, trying to get the we had East Bay throwback. Yep. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
But you didn't have goat. We didn't have.
Here comes Yanego, and here it is. This could be something. Can he get there? Good job by the keeper.
Good job, that was tough.
That was some good defending, but good job by Yanego. Almost had that, and that's what I said, right? What I say is like that could be there against this team.
Right, and listen, and who's at the heart of it right now?
Yeah,
Isaiah Gabbard.
Yep.
But we need Gabbard on his creative,
Yeah.
I would describe Gabbard is if you had to pick a position for him, he's a 7.
Yeah.
Like he's a winger who can tuck in and
Oh, he's about to say, is he calling a foul or is he calling a throw in there? Because
I thought he was calling.
Yeah, he's calling a foul. He's calling a foul. Yeah, he's pointing down. He's the foul. And yeah, I think I agree because the guy from Grafton just kept pushing and pushing, but him in the back, that was a foul.
Well, but that's not deliberate. Yeah, we have to get something from our set pieces.
Yeah, I say Corsini's done a good job. Hopefully, he really needs to. We cannot let. You're not gonna have a ton of opportunities against a team like this. So you gotta make sure every one of them is as good as possible. Carson, can he? Carson needs trying to. Ooh, nice move by Carson. Can he try to play it in? Can't quite.
Well, and I kind of wish he had looked at Min there in the center.
Yep.
But.
And here comes a counterattack the other way.
This counterattack from Grafton is lightning quick.
Well, I mean, like I said, you have 5 guys, so all 3 of those guys have shown themselves to be really good goal scorers, as having at least 7 goals. Actually, probably, 13. See, 2 has 9, 5 has 12.
Good job
10.
from Anthony there defending.
So all of them are basically almost double-digit scorers. So, I mean, when you take that into account, that means you have 3 guys up front that could all put the ball in the back of the net if given the opportunity. But less 10 minutes in, RCB finally getting a little bit there.
Finally finding their feet, seems. Oh, my goodness gracious.
As
ladies and gentlemen.
Preslip came out but couldn't quite get to it, but Xavier Sennett did enough there to get touched or at least prevent the nice try there by Braden. Just got under it, I think, a little bit. But it was a good thought. It was a good thought. Hey. That's the play that, I mean, it almost worked once. I think you keep going with that, you know.
Oh, yeah, hopes
one of those, whether it's Braden or Caleb, whoever gets the ball off a long, just trying to go, okay, try to find that.
Now that was a spicy meet the ball there from Anthony Corsini.
As it goes back here, and here comes 15 there with the shot. Nice job by Wyatt Crislip to make sure that is Lane England. They're the second leading scorer for the.
Good touch. Good.
Handball, though. They're going to go quick here. So here comes.
And Chuck bit really hard.
Good job by Xavier Sennett. Unfortunately, he was only able to get it out for a corner kick. But at least he stopped the counterattack there.
Yeah, he bit on that really hard.
Yeah, and especially with Chuck being out of place, you just got to get it out of there so he can get back into play because he's one of your better defenders. All right. They're running play X, apparently.
X, Bronx. What is this, the Bronx?
Yeah.
The Bronx play. We're running the Bronx play.
Nice job by Caden Min to get up there and win that header. And
now
he's playing advantage there because
that was more appropriate at the Grafton City pool than it is at I disagree.
Wait, you can't call advantage and then undo the advantage like a minute later.
What is this?
That's not allowed. Like if you call advantage, it's advantage.
What kind of what? Not only did he call that, but he also
because I saw him literally put his hands out saying advantage because Grafton did have the ball. And then, okay, we'll just move on because this is a key possession. Good job by Caden Min. Great job getting in there to block that shot. Because he gets that shot off, there's a good chance that's going in because that's a very dangerous position.
For sure.
So,
but you don't. I don't know if I understand where the sequence of events there.
Yeah. You can't let a whole play out and then realize, oh, they didn't score, so I'll go back and recall that foul from a minute ago. You can't do that.
Nope.
It's in the moment. You go, okay, this team has the ball. It looks like they're in good shape. I'm calling advantage, and basically that foul is done.
The point of advantage is that you're not going to call a card. It is a foul, but it didn't result in a change of possession.
Yeah. Or that the other team actually might be benefiting from the play keeping going, I wish they had advantage in basketball, because sometimes we're
I do not.
And then a guy gets fouled and the guy throws the ball up and the guy's running in, but they call a foul and there's not an advantage. I wish they would just go advantage. That guy's got layup.
Listen, there's enough tension in a basketball game for officiating. It's different when you're outside and there are
calling a foul there, and
another
great opportunity here for RCB with about 26 minutes to go as Corsini here. As once again, this guy's a little too close. He's asking for 10, and it doesn't look like 10 to me.
Well, and he's cheating in. This center ref has no interest in worrying about that.
Nice
That's
ball
a great
in.
ball.
Oh,
Nobody could meet it.
Could meet it, but that's exactly the type of ball you want there, because that's literally a ball. If somebody can just get on the end of it and direct it on goal, that you got a good shot putting that in.
Mm-hmm.
It's far enough away from the keeper that he can't get to
Hard
it.
to claim it.
But it's close enough that a good touch will put it in. So,
well,
as here comes the Bearcats with the ball as they try to come back the other way. As by the way, Logan Beeson has checked in. I just noticed him, number 8 there. Like I said, it just the game's been so quick. It's just been hard to even notice the subs coming in.
Yeah, it's been played at a real an attention-grabbing pace.
Nice job by Caden Min there. He's probably the last defender there. Chandler Walls will clear that out to at least stop that possession. Well, not the possession, but stop that play. 25 minutes, 15 minutes in, and we are still tied 0-0 between the Eagles and the Bearcats. Nice job by Braden Thomason here, hustling.
I'm sure Braden has to be so tired after last night. He had a couple really electric plays.
Yep. Oh, he gets over the top. Oh, they're going to call him for the elbow there. Both guys kind of had their arms up, though, I thought.
What is the call? What are these calls?
I mean, did he have his arm up? Yes, but I felt like I think I saw the Grafton play with his arm up, so I felt like.
I thought it was, I didn't think there was a foul there. I thought there were two guys going for it. And
like I said, I thought maybe both guys. You really could have called the foul either way. I thought, because I thought the Grafton guy had his arm up as well. So as fortunately that was able to be goes out of bounds because a little bit of a mishit there, and it went to the feet of a Bearcat. But fortunately for RCB, it will go out for a goal kick. As, like I said, under 24 minutes, so 16 minutes in. I think Grafton has had the ball more on this side of the field, but at least lately I'm liking the fact that it seems like RCB has had some opportunities on the other side, and that's something.
Well,
and here comes another one.
Braden? It just takes for us to get settled, Oh! Good work from
Braden Thomason.
I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, we are playing at Eagle Stadium, but it is a very pro-Grafton crowd.
Yeah. There's a lot of people made the trip over from would that be Route 50?
Yeah, I believe it's another Route 50 rivalry for sure.
Yeah, I say, because I think that's the other way. If you stay on Route 50, that gets you to Grafton.
We need to start talking about a Route 50 championship also.
There you go.
We lost playing for all the marbles. Rest in peace. But we can start the route. About the Route 50 rivalry.
Can I ask something? Because this was called yesterday, so I assume this is the rule. But when did it become a thing where if you kicked it off a referee that it stops play and the team gets the ball back? Like, it used to be the referee's just part of the field. If you kick it into it, I'm sorry about your luck,
Right. And it's not like they're using it, as a
and look, it happened the last game, and it happened this game. So obviously that's just the call. So I'm not arguing it. It's the right call for what it is. I'm just saying, I don't know when that became a rule change.
I don't remember that being a thing for us.
Because it used to be like, oh, you hit the ref, sorry. Sorry about your luck. Refs do the best they can. And here comes Isaiah Gabbert coming in for Logan.
For Beeson.
For Beeson, yeah. So.
And Gabbert started this game really well.
Yeah.
And I think, we've got a front three and an interesting we're basically playing a 4-3-3.
Yeah. Both teams have a lot of players. RCB, we know how many they have, but Grafton has 30 on their rosters. They've got a nice sized team as well. So normally we usually place teams that typically are a lot smaller than us, but are a little bit smaller than us. But this is one of those where the gap in at least numbers is not that big between the Eagles and the
right.
Bearcats.
Well, and that's kind of what what helped us with Grafton Philip Barber the other night is just numbers.
Yep.
And some of the guys in class yesterday were telling me that they could see just how tired Philip Barber got.
Yeah.
Because Philip Barber came out trying to mark them really hard.
Yep.
and we basically that we had it right. That the way they came out was to get a goal early.
Yeah.
And when that didn't happen,
nice job by Caden Mend to clear that one there.
Oh man. Okay.
The
disadvantage call has got to be clearer.
Yep.
Because that was an advantage call for sure.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh,
okay. Now that is, we talk about I'm gonna not replay that, y'all, but that was another tight call, and I don't. This ref kind of.
Well, I mean, he's been a little bit both ways, and like I said, the only thing I would disagree with him was the one where he called advantage and then he took away the advantage.
Yeah,
and I was like, once you've made that call, it's over. Like that foul no longer exists. It didn't happen. And Braden, nice job in by Chuck, but Braden just couldn't get enough on it. But that was a good effort on their part.
Oh, Chuck. Let me tell you something. We're talking about in the pregame, ladies and gentlemen, about our seniors.
Good job by Xavier Sennett.
I'm gonna miss Charles Hawkins so much.
Absolutely.
He had that goal, the McCain goal.
Yeah.
I was like, did you put backspin on that on purpose? And he he did not.
Yeah.
He's such a good kid.
Gabbert tries to get it there, but here comes that attack of Grafton. Because Corsini gives it to Gabbert. Gabbert's going to get it to Carson. Carson, nice. He tried to get it to Thomason, but it was blocked. Good block, though, by Chuck. And here comes a bit of more of a battle here. Here comes nice job by Carson, though, to get back on defense there and stop that. Long ball in, and there's someone on the end over there. But fortunately,
good defense.
Good defense by Xavier Sennett. He got on the inside. He made sure he had the extra leverage and used his body to make sure that the Grafton defender could not get to that ball.
For sure.
Not Grafton defender, Grafton offensive player.
Well, and I think if you are a young guy on the RCB bench and you're looking for a way, how am I getting in this lineup? You should be paying attention to how Xavier Sennett plays at right back.
Well, you got to remember, obviously we're losing our two forwards in both Yanego and Thomason, but we're also losing two defenders in both Chuck.
We're losing the right side of our defense.
Yeah, Chuck and Xavier Sennett. So, we talk about places where there's going to be opportunities to get in the lineup. Well, that's going to be your biggest opportunities is to start as those four that have four stars going out. So.
Sure. Oh, and he
couldn't see that. Couldn't see it. Yeah, you could just tell the way he did that. Yeah, he used his shoulder. Here's the thing. If it hits your shoulder accidentally, it's not a foul. But you could see he kind of wiggled at it, and once you move it toward it, that makes it a handball. So if you're just standing there, you might be saying, well, how can you stop a ball from accidentally hitting your shoulder? You really can't, but you can't use your shoulder either.
Right.
So
and that makes things tough.
Can Braden?
Now, I would normally not have liked the ball that tight. I don't know. I don't like that. I wish Braden had run after that. I know he's frustrated.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, this is where, tracking back, we've talked a little bit about that, Whew. Oh! That's got to be a card. That's got to be a card. Red card.
That has to be a red card.
No, the one guy trying to say he tipped it, no, he did not. He got nothing. He slide tackles cleats first. If it's not a red.
If that's not a straight red, I have a lot of problems.
Yep. Better say that, look.
That's a straight red.
That's a straight red. He better not just be talking to him.
No,
sir. No, sir. Well, you gave him yellow.
Gave him a yellow.
I mean,
glad why it's okay. But
no, that's a straight red.
That's a straight red for me. I'm sorry. Two-footed,
hard.
I'm not even going to show you the replay. That's how vicious that was.
That was
that was no.
And I understand the only reason people would say the ref's position is that a red card means not only is that kid gone, but you're playing down a man in a sectional championship and you really hurt the team. I get that, but at the same time, you didn't make that call. That kid did. That kid decided, I'm going to go cleats up on a challenge and be reckless and try to hurt somebody. And when they do that, they put themselves above the team. It's not your fault.
That's why Coach Min is talking right now. But I applaud Coach Min's restraint.
Yep.
because I don't
Yeah.
know that I could contain myself there. I would have been like, "Are you kidding me?"
Yeah, that's got to be a
Are
straight red.
you absolutely kidding me? That kid.
I mean, at least unlike in the what we had in Parkersburg South game where White got kicked in the head and they didn't call any foul. At least they gave him a card, but still, in a way, I think that might have been worse because I think that looked intentional.
That was intentional.
Because I could believe what happened at Parkersburg South with the kid. Now, I still think that's a straight red just because you're being reckless and you kick someone in the head. However, I could believe that he did that unintentionally. Like he was going for the ball and he just kind of went through and got him. Yeah. I even said at the time, I was like, that might not be intentional. That was intentional. You don't go down and slide tackle like that unless you mean it.
Right.
Like that wasn't like he kicked at the ball.
And it wasn't like it was with force.
Yep.
It was with
Yep.
that's so frustrating.
And the way he went in with the cleats too.
No,
I mean, it's one thing if he'd gone in like slide tackle with shin guard first.
Yeah.
To kind of see if he could try to yank his body big. No, when you go cleats at someone's legs, as someone who's done a lot of slide tackle, you're trying to hurt somebody. I slide tackle a lot, and I can tell you I never did that once. Not once. Because that was never the point. I'm glad he's okay. We're going to get back into play, but
yeah, and ladies and gentlemen, we're just passionate.
Yeah, we're passionate, and look,
we care about our kids.
We care about them, and that's a dangerous play. And like I said, people can make arguments. It'd be interesting to see someone who does not watch show someone who does not follow either of these teams or does not have a horse in the race, show them that play and say, what would you say? And say, would you call that a straight red or would you call that just a yellow card? It'd be interesting to see. As that ball is going to get saved.
I kind of wish Wyatt had come to get that.
Yeah, well, I think he thought it was going to go out and then just kind of took a nice job by Caden Min, though, to clear that out. Yeah. As that goes off of Chandler. Chandler does a good job defending there, preventing the cross. As here comes Braden. Braden just couldn't quite, that turf bounce got him.
Okay. Here's what I don't understand.
As they're going to push forward now. If you're RCB, what I would recommend is start taking away this guy's options. Make him, and then there you go, see, and then you can step up and take it from him. All right, Braden. Good defending there by Grafton.
For sure.
And here comes them back, and good job, though, by the midfielders coming back. Like I said, if you're not if they have the ball, if you're the midfielder, you have to be either behind the ball or even with the ball, basically, as quickly as possible. I know sometimes you're making a run, you have to come back, but, I mean, you have to hustle back. We need those numbers back to make sure against such a dangerous team to get the stops.
Right. With this kind of speed, it's tough. Now, can Brad get to that? A good ball. Not a bad choice from the defender.
I would say, yeah, because that was going to be a close play, and I think if you're the defender, you can't take that risk that Bradley gets there, so he kicked it out, and hey, that ball led to a corner kick. So,
right.
By the way, a couple of subs then. It looks like Yanego's coming back, and
love to see Caleb Yanego get a header here.
And McCain coming in, it looks like, for Bradley and Beeson.
I'll tell you, though, Steve, I'm still kind of just – It's hard to maintain composure when you care about kids and when something like that happens.
Yes.
And
that's off. Good job for Grafton, but fortunately for RCB, he was not able to get it up the field, so Berg will have a second chance here. And that was a nice service by Christini. I like to keep that service and just hopefully find someone on the other end of it. As we have 14 minutes to go. Can Xavier Sennett here going to try to play it back in? That was a good job by him to at least start the counterattack. Can Jackson McCain here?
And it's hard where we are.
Oh, that's not a foul on him. That's a foul on the Grafton kid because he undercut him.
Because
earlier in the game they called that an undercut on was it Thomason or
that didn't to me look like an undercut.
That was the only thing was it? But that looked like an undercut. How about that? That was as much as undercut what you call on Thomason.
For sure.
Oh, nice move by Jackson McCain.
Now and there's an advantage call, but are you going to call that one back?
Well, that was an advantage call because he stayed on his feet. I think that's a little bit where usually a lot of times if the guy doesn't fall down, it's not really an advantage. Just don't call the foul. Sometimes it's like being a little too strong hurts you in a way. It's kind of
and
weird,
being willing to stay on your feet hurts you.
And the one thing I will say this ref is doing, he is calling the pushing.
Yeah.
Because I have seen that he's calling it tight both ways, and that's fair. I mean, as long as he's calling it tight. But, yeah, when he sees that arm extend, he calls it, and as he should. Less than 13 minutes to go in the first half, still 0-0, Eagles and Bearcats.
And we're still kind of struggling with the sun here.
Yep. As you know, that's one of those things about those early games. You know, you get that high noon sun. Well, I guess not quite noon, but it's close enough.
Yeah,
right,
and this is, so far we've got the contest we expected.
Yeah. And he's going to call a foul as McCain. Great job by McCain. And good sportsmanship here. They kind of clapped hands. They knew there was a good fight, and it just happened. But yeah, I mean, I've been liking McCain lately. I really like the way he's been playing. Like he's been playing better with a lot of confidence and aggression. I've been liking it. I really like it. I hope keep it up for this game and for all his future career. I'd like to keep seeing that.
Well, I mean, in this, he's going to be one of the lead attackers next year.
Yep.
And so I'm glad, and that's probably a lot of why Coach Min started him so early.
Yep.
Knowing that when Caleb and Braden are gone, the goals are going to have to come from somewhere.
Yep. And that's going to be a something for next year. But right now,
commentators curse though.
I would say right now we're going to need however way we put it against this vaunted Grafton team. 11 minutes to go. Still 0-0. Eagles and Bearcats is good job by Chandler to clear it out. And Braden Thomason's going to try to fight through it.
And yet again, if they,
it's tough. He's basically always getting double teamed, and I get why. That's where the other guys are going to have to help him out a little bit by,
Well, but like you said, the last 2 years, the goals against Grafton have come from who?
Braden Thomason.
So they know that if he gets the ball, he can do something special.
Yeah, but I say their thing is like, we're going to make anyone else on your team beat us. If we lose because someone else gets that big goal, we accept it. But we're going to try to make it so that it's not anyone but Braden. Basically, that tipped off of the Grafton player, and so the Graf is calling a throw-in for RCB. He was right there, so he had the best angle. So, Carson, nice job by Carson because that was
get out of a lot of trouble.
Yeah, I say there's some trouble there. Corsini there. Well, I would say that's where I thought it was going to go into the box, but then so I guess that's probably why people started to pull up because this is going to go in the box, but it stayed right outside. That's where I would tell anyone if you're an offensive, if you're an offense, yeah, he has to be fair, but I would tell any offensive player if the keeper has to use his feet, you pressure him every single time. You do not, because you never know. You could maybe you don't get the ball, but what if he mishits it, goes out of bounds, you get the possession back.
Sure.
When a player has someone coming down on him, especially a keeper who he knows that if I lose this ball, it's a goal. So I can't lose this ball.
Yeah. Hey,
nice job, Carson Bennett tracking back there because that looked like something brewing for the. Can Braden though? He's
a great touch from him. Oh.
But good. Give Grafton credit for coming back and running back on defense there because obviously that was. It was a moment of time, but nice job by Carson getting over to Gabbert. Gabbert going to try to get over to Carson. Carson, I think it was a little bit of miscommunication. Carson thought Braden was going to make that run, and Braden was looking for Carson to play to his feet. That happens. 8.5 minutes to go. Still 0-0. Eagles and Bearcats.
Well, and we've had to battle through a lot of tough, tight possession.
Oh, absolutely.
Grafton has done a really nice job today.
Good job of Chuck there, and then Chandler does the right. Smart defending by Chandler, because at first I was like, don't take it inside, but he used his body, turned it outside, because as a defender, if you're back in your own end, you got to always turn it out, because worst case scenario, if you have nothing there, you can kick it out of bounds, but if you turn it inside and you lose it, that's when goals happen. So
Sure.
Good job by was that McCain, I believe.
We've got to be more tidy with possession today, and I don't. We've gotten better at it, but I think
after the first 10 minutes, I've seen us get better. But at the same time, it's one thing I'd like to see us do is a lot of times we keep it in close and we try to make those close passes. Try to do some more switching,
change of direction.
Change of direction. Change the
field.
Like there's a couple of times I wish the guys they got it and they kept it on that side, like they were facing one way. I was like, man, if someone could tell,
they're trying too hard to play too tight.
What you would like to see is maybe players tell them, hey, no man on back, so that way they know, hey, I can turn this and go the other way where there's less people from Grafton. But you don't know, so you don't want to just turn around and be like, well, maybe there's someone there or not, and lose possession. Carson does a good job winning it there and gets it back to Isaiah. Isaiah has some time. And then nice 1-2 with Isaiah and Carson gets it over to Chandler.
Ooh.
Couldn't quite get that, though, and Chandler's going to take this throw. As he gets it back to Corsini. Corsini's going to get
Corsini seems to be playing a lot deeper today.
Well, I think that was a little bit because Chandler was up. That might be on that play because Chandler went up, so obviously someone's got to kind of stay back to take Chandler's spot. Because obviously in a game like this where one goal could make all the difference in this game, you cannot be caught too far forward and not have your defense back, You'd rather get beat, but you'd rather miss out because you weren't up and miss out on something than to get beat back because you were too far up.
Right.
So
I don't know.
It's kind of like in baseball when you're sagging fly balls. The first step's always back. In soccer today, especially, the first step is back. He kept that in. Wow. I mean, good job on him. I thought that was going to go out.
The Grafton has played a lot of tight control on the sidelines that I have been like, how? How did they have that much time?
Yep. Good job by Xavier Sennett there. He does a good battle there. Hey, if nothing else, just keep him up there. What you do is you keep them out there. You don't let them get near, and you hope that, like McCain there, is able to find get on the end of it. And now, if you're RCB, I would look to try to take away his options. Like if you see someone wide open, go get it. Go mark them. Take away that keeper's options. Don't give them any place to go with it. When that ball comes in. Because obviously you can't just run after the ball or you're going to get a disorganized mess. But, what you want to do is take away options for the guy that has the ball. And so he's like, okay, I can't go here. I can't go here. And then eventually someone's going to catch up to them and get in their face. And it's like, well, I had nowhere to go. Oh, yeah, it was going to be a quick throw, but we had a sub. So Thomason and Bradley Burnett are coming back in. McCain and Beeson are checking out with less than 5 minutes to go.
Yeah. Whew. This has been a barnstormer, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely. If you weren't awake before you started watching this game, you're awake now.
I don't need that. Normally, I need my second coffee about this time. Yep. Today, no, sir.
Good job by Caden to get a touch there. Oh, and
great touch from Unego.
Yeah. Good play by Chan.
Control, maybe the pass.
I would say there you'd like to see him maybe just try to go up the sideline.
Anthony came in a little too hot there.
I better say, someone might want to talk to Anthony. I know what happened earlier, but you can't,
right.
You can't do eye for an eye, not in a game like this,
No.
Because if he had gotten there, that could have been a red card as well. Or at least I could have seen that as a possible red card type challenge.
Well, and now that the precedent has been set for those kind of challenges, like, you might see a straight red for the next time.
Yeah, I better say, because he might say, oh, well, you've been kind of warned, which is not fair because it's like, well, let's be honest. If you've played soccer for even a year, you know that's not acceptable to go cleats up on a slide tackle challenge.
Right.
I know that player knows, and I'm sure the coach has showed him that and I know the coach of Grafton is a really good coach. He's done a great job with this program, so I know he's taught his players that. So, just get a little bit we'll see how this goes here. Long shot over the bar, as that will miss there. But fortunately for RCB, it's not football, so.
Yeah, so would have been nice last night, not this morning.
Well, but big win for RCB last night over over Point Pleasant. Yeah,
the Black Knights.
The Black Knights, 19-16, big win.
Man, Steve, it is a beautiful day.
Yep. So White Crislip will take this one, less than 3 minutes to go, and once again, it looks like Thomason is really trying to battle that sun. Be nice to get a little bit of cloud coverage, I would say. I mean, not rain or anything like that by any stretch, but it'd be nice to get some clouds here. All right, yeah, here comes Thomason. And yes, just so you guys know, if the keeper gets the ball and dribbles it in their box, they can then pick it up. It's honestly, I don't think they should be allowed to. I would change that rule, but obviously that's the rule, and that's fair. I always feel like that, it's just a little bit of a cheat almost. Like, oh, it's outside my box. I'll just kick it in, and then I'll pick it up,
Right.
But no, it's the rule, so fair play to the Grafton player to use the rule effectively. 2 minutes to go as RCB here. Nice job by Cademan. Cademan's done a really good job in the air today. He's won a lot of headers for RCB.
A lot of duels. I think he's 3 for 4 or something like that in aerial duels.
Yep. Well, I mean, especially if you're a center defender, that's like your bread and butter. That's what you're there for. It's like anytime that ball's high in that box, you win it, Corsini tries to go here and long ball in, and Chandler gets that, but unfortunately can't quite get enough to clear it out. And here comes. Oh. As it's still not out. Oh, is it off the? Chuck gets it. Can he get it out of there? Carson.
Heart rate.
It's a throw-in for RCB, but that was some
that was
last-ditch
unnerving. I don't know that I would say. I would say the last 25 minutes, we have been the more dominant team.
Yeah, but they've had their opportunities, and obviously that was a big one. With less than a minute to go, that could have been
a tough one.
Yeah, so obviously finding a way, just try to get it out of here because you got less than a minute to go. You just don't want to possibly give up a goal here late.
With 35 seconds to
go. Yeah. Chandler does a good job of clearing that one. Fortunately that goes out. What? He's saying that when that stayed in? I can see how.
I don't know how that stayed in. But.
Yeah, because obviously that would take us to half, but can Braden here? Braden just needs to kind of hold the ball at least to try to prevent any type of last-minute attack from
Grafton.
There we go. And that'll take care of it.
Tried something after that.
I would say, well, that wouldn't have counted anyways, but, hey, I can appreciate the effort.
Listen, Showtime Grafton over here.
Yeah, I would say. But I will say this, great back-and-forth first half, and we will go to halftime 0-0. You're watching the Robert C. Byrd Streaming Network.
We'll be back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back for the second half here on the Robert C. Byrd Streaming Network. We've got a couple minutes to go. Steve, what are your if you're Coach Min, what are your thoughts here at the half?
Well, I like the way our team responded. I mean, like I said, probably the first 5 to 10 minutes was all Grafton, and I like the way they responded to at least get some possessions in the other end, and also to get some nice runouts and had a couple opportunities there. Obviously, the main thing is to try to do some make sure, like I said, talk about your team, making sure people are getting back, keeping them wide, keeping them out of the box on defense, and on offense, just look for those through balls because there's been a couple there with Braden and Yanego that have been really close to connecting, and so a foot here, a foot there could be the difference in this game. As that keeper does a good job coming off the line, but if he's aggressive, but if you one time can make it and he doesn't quite get there, then that's an easy slot in goal for you the other way.
Yeah.
And also, I just wanted to say, because we didn't get to have the last home game here because the game had to be moved to Ripley, to thank our senior girl soccer players. They lost, unfortunately, on Thursday in a really tight contest and double overtime to Lincoln. So just to thank them for their service to the school and to thank all the girls for how hard they played this year.
For sure.
Just to show some names we had. Alyssa Dunn, obviously. Watched her for 2 years. She's been terrific. Olivia Lowther, another just stalwart of the team. Ashlyn Smith had a great year. Jaden Sturm and Susanna Beck have really come on and helped out the club this year. So I just want to shout out to all the girls all the senior girls who participated this year, and hope that the juniors, freshmen, and sophomores come in, put the work in the summer, and come back hungry for next year.
For a fast contest, yeah.
Yep. But just wanted to give it that. As we go into the second half here, it's still 0-0. Now, unlike most soccer games, there has to be a winner today. So if we were to still be tied at 0 at the end of this 40 minutes, we will go to overtime. But we'll get more into that if that happens. But just to kind of set that mood, because most people would be like, well, in soccer, if you have the same amount of goals, it's a tie. Well, in tournament play, that changes. So as RCB will get the kick off this half. Gavert's going to give it back to, looks like Corsini. Corsini's going to try to play it up to McCain. Good job by the Grafton player to win that ball. McCain doing a good job sticking with him. I appreciate that. Long ball in. Chryslip's coming off his line, but he's not going to be able to get to it. So Caden Min does the smart thing and just kind of plays it out and lets his midfield get back and mark up here. A good job of Chryslip taking control there as Chuck couldn't quite get a good kick on it, but because it was not a direct kick, he can pick it up, and since Chryslip, and you tell your goalie, if there's ever a ball in the box that you can get your hands on, you get your hands on it, because that's the safest place for that ball to be. It's in your hands. So, good job on his part. But here comes the Bearcats the other way, and great stave by Wyatt Chryslip. Got stung on the hands there
by a great strike
by Spencer Copeland, their leading scorer. A little bit of miscommunication there between Chuck and Sennett on that, because it looked like one thought the other was going to clear, and then that allowed it to keep going. But fortunately, great job by Chryslip. But yeah, you definitely have to be on the same page here against an attack as formidable as the Bearcats. But RCB still 0-0 here early in the second half in the sectional championship against the Bearcats. RCB trying to avenge last year's 1-0 loss to the Bearcats here today. So far been a pretty tight contest. And no one's been able to find that first moment of brilliance yet. And here comes another chance. Oh, nice job by Carson Bennett there to sniff that one out. Gives it over to Corsini. Corsini has a little bit of time there. He's going to play it up. And I think Braden's going to
get
it.
Great ball from Anthony Corsini there.
Great ball there. He's going to get around the defender.
Oh, and he should have looked up and put the ball in the center.
Yeah, I'd say that was one where I think earlier there was no one there, and so I think he was a little bit hesitant about it. But yeah, that's one where you hope that he would see that. That's the hard part, but I mean, obviously, I think he thought he tried to use his eyes to make the guy think that's what he was doing. And if he gets around there, then good job by Gabbert there to win that. Oh, nice, Gabbert.
Good work, and he's holding him. I don't know how that wasn't called.
And Unego with a little bit over. You gotta be careful there with Unego because I mean, one that was a reckless challenge, but two, I mean, let's be honest, that was going to be a throw-in deep in their territory. With we know how good Corsini's on throw-ins, and you gave that up because you came in hard well after the ball was gone. So you just gotta be smart about it.
Right.
I mean, be aggressive, but when the ball's gone, the ball's gone. You just gotta pull up. Can't get out of your own game. Here comes a nice little interplay for Grafton, but Chuck is going to. Chuck is fouled.
And again,
he called it there.
He did, but again, you could card that. That's a late call. That's
a late to be fair, I don't know. You could
ball is gone, and he took his legs out.
Well, you could argue that Unego kind of did something similar just a second ago. I wouldn't have seen either of those as cards. I mean, if he keeps, how about this? If you keep track of that player, maybe talk to him because he keeps doing it, then that's a card. But I don't think on the first challenge that's a card. That'd be me. That's just my opinion. You could disagree with that. I mean, like I said, I will completely still be on the fact that slide tackle in the first half was a straight red, and no one's going to take me off of that. But that I don't think was a card. Here comes Corsini in, tries to do his typical great throw-ins, but couldn't quite make the connection. Nice play there by, nice little juggle by the Bearcats there. And here comes Xavier Sennett. Oh, good job by Xavier Sennett because not only did he win it. How
are you thinking it's for you, buddy?
Well, he was hoping that they didn't realize that it went off of him because the ref is down here. But good job on the ref for seeing the tip and making that call. So. As here comes the Eagles the other way. The Bearcats the other way as they're going to try to work it in here. And here comes a 1-2 and dangerous spot. But McCain does a good job getting back. I would say one thing to look at, though, they are grabbing a bit, So if, the ref needs to take a look at that.
Like 3, I can just keep a grab counter, like a holding a jersey counter.
Yep. But good job by McCain there to at least get out of that situation, and it goes down his left-footed shot. Oh, Chrislip! Good job by Chrislip there, getting the initial stop because that was a tough stop, and then covering that post so that he couldn't get the rebound in. That was dangerous there. The one thing is that guy had too much space there. Someone's got to – if someone's toward the middle on your side of the 50, someone's got to mark him.
Someone's got to pick it up.
Someone's got to pick him up because he got an easy throw in toward the middle, carried it in, and then, beat one guy, and boom, he had a great shot on goal. You can't have loose people on your end of the field when they have the ball.
Right.
I know that not everyone agrees with that philosophy, but that's why I've always been a fan of it, is that, it's hard when you do other things because people get lost in the shuffle. But if you're like, I have this guy, you have that guy, everyone has a guy, then we know who's got who and what to do. See, that's a little bit better. Someone was on his back to make sure, but see, he was wide open again. Someone's got to – Corsini does a good job on that challenge. That was a good slide tackle as he got the ball. And – Gabbert's going to clear that up. But, when the guy comes in off a throw-in, someone's got to, who's ahead of the ball, has got to come back and help and pick that guy up. Because what they're doing is they're throwing it in, and we're kind of giving them the throw-in, and then the guy's coming off, and no one's picking up the pass, the throw-in. and they're just passing it back to him every time. So you got to tell your guys, like, hey, someone be on the back of the person here so he can't turn, and then as soon as that guy comes off the field, someone's got to come back and just grab him.
Yeah.
And be like, nope, you're not getting that back pass, and now you've got them in a bad shape.
Well, and that's on your senior leaders. That's on your guys that have to say, hey, this is what we got to do.
Yeah. But here we go. Like I said, once again, I would make sure that anyone in this half has somebody marking them. Obviously, Chuck's not supposed to mark, or at least Caden or Chuck. Usually you have one center defender that never marks because they're kind of the sweeper type role. I'd say that's probably Chuck if I had to guess, but
you would think Chuck is the guy that doesn't mark.
That is the unmarked center defender. Used to be we had more of a diamond shape, so it made more sense. But when you're flat back, you just kind of though have someone like, okay, even though we're flat back because we want to try to use offsides traps and stuff, we're going to.
Well, it seems like.
But here we go. Can Corsini and gets through. Can Caleb Yanego? He gets it. Can he shoot? Caleb!
Oh, just couldn't get the
connection there. Hey,
good defending.
Good defending and great individual effort by Caleb Yanego. Just couldn't quite put it past their keeper. It gets through, and here comes.
Let me tell you something. There,
my heart was in my throat because that was not a great ball back by.
Well, there are very few things. There are some things in soccer that give me anxiety.
Anytime
it is a back pass from a defender, your goalkeeper at pace.
At pace, yeah, because that you want that to be a low, slowing ground ball as the easiest ball to kick in the world. I know it's hard when that ball's bouncing around, but because like I said, if he mishits that, it's a goal. Or
right.
If he misses it, it's a goal. And like I said, because it's a pass, he can't pick it up. So, all right, good job by Corsini tracking back. Can Bradley get it? Chandler's trying to do some defending here. Chuck's going to clear that one out. Good job by Chuck. But with 10 minutes,
just kick with natural backspin. His level, he just underhits
right.
just
and like
slightly.
I said, this is where if you're RCB, you can push up here, try to get all
and push out.
Yeah. I like the fact that Bradley did recognize the guy up the sidelines and did start going over to him. But Carson gets it taken away. Great job by Caden. But great job by Caden just to get enough of it to end that pass, because that could have been a right-to-goal situation if that pass gets through. So great job by Min to just get enough of it to end the play. And then Chandler does a good job. Unfortunately, Chandler tried, but that's – so Cassini – got some hard kicks there of getting blocked. Everyone's in tight, obviously. Can Braden go back and get it? He can. Now someone's coming on his back. He needs to know that. He's going to play that long ball to Yanego. Yanego's going to travel. Let's see what happens here. Okay, but all right. Bradley can't quite get a good touch on that, though, unfortunately, and so it goes back to the Bearcats. Now, there's a little bit of an arm extended on the header that they didn't call on them, but we'll leave that to rest. Chuck tries to clear it. Caden does a good job of great job by Caden to just keep pushing it up, if nothing else.
And I thought for a split second that no. He got the ball. That's I don't think it's a foul, but unfortunately, I think he might have gotten him on the. So we're gonna step away back here for a little bit. Ladies
You're
and
watching
gentlemen.
RBC Bird Streaming Network.
He's off the field here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're thankful he's
thankful
safe
that the Grafton player's okay. He was a click the ball, but obviously on the follow through, he might have just got him a little bit. But fortunately, the Grafton player's okay. Everyone's okay, and so we'll play on. Wyatt gets
okay. You gotta call it if you're the keeper there.
Yeah,
because I know Caden is like the all action guy today, but
Yeah, I mean, that's one where
miscommunication cannot happen today.
Yeah, because I think that's one Chris might have been able to catch. Like,
yeah,
not
I
just
think he was
bunch.
going to.
Yeah,
and it kind of got taken out of his hand. Like,
that's where he's got to be like, and I get he's a freshman, but he's shown so much poise for a freshman that you just there's got to be one who's got to keep, and he's gonna just have to catch that, and then. But you understand. I mean, like I said, Caden has done so much with winning these balls in the air to really stop any type of opportunity. I mean, speaking of which, there's another one. So, can Braden? There you go. Braden's going to go a little bit.
Call! Make a call! Thank you!
They're going to call him for the grab. Well, quick one goes. And it goes. Oh, Gabbert tries to get it and unfortunately falls down. Unfortunately, Caden Min's there to. And since this one is a header, even if I don't know if that was technically a pass or not, but on a header you can pick it up, so that is fair game. Gabbert needs to be a little careful. Oh, he got called at that time because Gabbert pushed.
Yeah,
so, he did. 27 minutes to go. RCB and Grafton still scoreless here, as both teams have had opportunities but haven't had a lot of them, but have had a couple. But I wouldn't say there's any opportunity to be like, man, that should have been a goal, and they just squandered it. It just, had their chances, and no one's been able to make that maybe great hit or great shot yet. As here comes Grafton the other way. Chuck does a good job of getting enough of it. Gabbert, but Gabbert's dispossessed here.
Oh, and I mean, nice little step over there from the Grafton player.
Whew.
As
it looks like for a second, it might have get by Wyatt Christoph, but he does enough to catch it, and 26 minutes to go.
We got to get him new gloves. The stick on his gloves is not functioning right now.
Need some stickum.
Well,
it's nice to have
some of these new goalkeeping gloves.
Oh yeah, I'm about ready to say, because I mean, back in our day, it was like those flat things where there's like almost no stick to it.
Right. I mean, I think
wait, hold on. Let's see what this happens here. It's
wide open. What is going on here?
Yeah, good job by Chuck there, but someone.
And you better watch out.
Are they calling what are they calling? I think I would say it looks like. I mean, Chuck just went up and got a header. And that was honestly
there's something said for the Grafton bench.
Yeah, well the coach, like I said, the coach should be thankful he's not playing down a man right now, because one player should be. But that I don't think that was a foul on Chuck. He went up and got the ball and got maybe undercut, but I may not have even called a foul there on either guy. I felt like it was kind of 50-50, but I don't think that was a foul. But you could call the foul on. There. How about this? If that had been called a penalty kick, that you would have lost. I don't know what I would have said. Let's just leave that.
Yeah.
But I think that could have been just a no call even. But it was not a foul on Chuck. As Caden tries to clear it there, and Senate will watch it go out, but it'll still be throwing his RCB needs to find a way to get some possession here. That's a part of the problem. Is I think for the most part, if we had a time of possession person to kind of go, but right now I'd say Grafton's kind of dominating that. We gotta get some, because as good as they are, you just can't let them have the ball and that much possession in your end and think that that eventually they're not going to find a way to get one through.
Right, and we're not generating a whole lot offensively.
I mean, basically, we've had a few counterattacks that have looked good, but other than that, like, you'd like to get some non-counterattack chances. Like, basically, all our chances have, for the most part, been like, okay, they're up and we got a counterattack, and you want those, but at the same time, you want to be able to get those where you have their goal under siege. I'd like to put their goal under siege for a little bit, and that's just not happened.
Well, and like I've been saying all season, we have got to generate some goals from set-piece play.
Yeah.
We have got to generate some goals from some kind of dead ball situation, because that's right today.
Yeah.
I think our most likely route to goal is a PK, or not PK, but a free kick, a a ball over the top, like something. Why? I will never understand that one.
Yep. Well, I think Chandler was just trying to get it out of there, and good job by Caden.
Well, but I don't know why Carson's like indecision of do I go after it or not. Like you're the only person in 20
You gotta
yards.
always go. Well, like I said, if you are, I would tell any midfielder. The only people who, because obviously you want your forwards up there to keep their defense back and to keep a chance of scoring, obviously. But I would say, if you're a midfielder, or if you're obviously a defender, but if you're a midfielder defender, if you're not even to or behind the ball, you better get even to or behind the ball immediately and find someone when they have the ball on their team to take out of the equation. You know, because I understand you quick transitions, but you gotta be quick about that.
Yeah.
And that ball will go out of play. They're going to say that was off of Braden, and so it's going to be a throw-in. But at least, obviously, we did not give up a goal on the corner kick, but still very much in a danger situation. And he'll bring this guy in, so you better be careful because I got a feeling the reason he's taken is he's got probably a big throw because that's Lane England, one of their leading scorers. Yep. As there's their leading scorer, Stuart Copeland trying to get one, but good job of clearing it out. Couldn't quite see who that was, but that was a good job getting that. As there's the freshman playing one in for the Bearcats.
And a pretty good ball.
Yeah, it was a good ball. I mean, I can see why they're high on this kid. Going to have a good career for him. As fortunately for RCB, that is, but you can tell, like, you know, that who's number 5 for them, Adrian Joyce, and one of their leading scorers. You can just see that he's got an extra gear on him. Yeah, that is what makes him so dangerous. That
those balls over the top, he's eating up every day.
Yeah, but I say he's definitely he's getting the balls that you're like, nobody should be getting to these balls, but he's getting to them. So Chrislip gets it out there. Can Thomason save it? No, he cannot. But like I said, now here's where you have to start marking these guys up and making sure, and especially, yes, the guy when this guy takes a throw in, someone needs to take him as soon as he gets it, and he's wide open. But in this case, it didn't work. It didn't go that way. But that with his arms that tight,
his elbow was tight to his body.
I say you can't. I mean, yeah. I say if
you gave that,
I would
say
yeah, because I mean, I get it. I know that's that whole thing. Well, but I mean, what do you want him to do? He can't cut his arms off.
Well, now I will also say though that he had his back turned.
Yep.
This battle down the left for Jackson McCain has been.
Yeah.
He did not know.
He got the ball. I thought
he got the ball. You're being influenced by the 25 people on the bench over there.
Yep.
Like that's silly.
I mean, it looked bad. It looked worse than it was. Good job by Chuck to win that one.
Can Senate get to this? Oof.
And we're about halfway through the second half. Still nothing between the Eagles and the Bearcats. Good job by Isaiah Gabbert there. And
yeah, and talking about the ref being part of the field, the ref definitely shaded.
Well.
Okay, so what?
What's that?
I'm
call?
assuming he kind of calls advantage because
I do not know what this call is. I mean, it looks like it's to RCB's favor. Is it offsides? The only thing I can think of is maybe it was an offsides.
Maybe. I don't.
That's the only thing I can think of.
Ref still has his hand in the air.
Because that means it's an indirect kick.
Yeah.
But the only thing I can think of was it an offsides. It could, because where he put it might be where maybe somebody came back, was offsides, and came back and got involved, and they're like, oh, that's an offsides. Sometimes when you're this much into the game, you just don't see stuff like that. And I didn't see Robbie's flag. It would have been Robbie's call,
right?
So I didn't look over to see Robbie's flag. But maybe he put his flag up. But with 19 minutes still, though, in danger area, Robert C. Bird in the Bearcats tied 0-0. As good job by Caden Min to clear it out. Like I said, when the ball's in your box, that's all you can do. But like I said, at some point, RCB's got to get some possession and got to get something going the other way because it's been, last 10 minutes have almost been bunker mentality. And I can tell you, we cannot stay for 18 and a half minutes in the bunker and think we're going to beat a team like Grafton or even make it out of regulation. You know, I mean, because you could say, well, it could end up tied. Like, I don't think we're going to keep them off the scoreboard if we keep in a bunker mentality for 18 minutes, you know?
Well, but, okay, so in a situation where we are right now, the punt there is not the right call.
You might want to throw it to somebody there.
Well, you had Carson and Anthony wide open with acres of space to move.
Yeah.
You know, you have got to maintain possession.
Yeah.
And to punt it like that, maybe if you are perfectly accurate and you hit a Braden, a Caleb, they can hold it up. But they're under duress the second you kick the ball.
Well, I mean, and that was a little short for him. I mean, obviously he tried his best, but
yeah.
Chuck, great job by Chuck, and then Isaiah Gabbert, good job of getting it out there. As here they come the other way. Oh, good job by Sennick.
By Xavier Sennick. Good defending.
All right.
Here's my frustration. We have gone back to the style of play that we had last year.
Yeah, a little bit like a boom pass almost. Just
like
you boom it up there and hope that either Braden and that did hit McCain's arm. So,
but we're not we have spent this whole season playing great triangle movements, knowing where we are playing. And today we are under such duress that we are pick our head up and oh my good God.
Is that
great save from Wyatt Crislip.
Great save by Crislip, and then some guy's eyes, or maybe they didn't think he was going to get there. It was just an interesting situation. Fortunately, somebody was able to
clear it out
for him, and we were able to get LA from that. But like I said, that's why I'm saying, like, if we keep doing that, something even like, well, Crislip could have normally had that. That's Wyatt's ball. There you go.
Just call it. Call it. You got to be vocal.
Yep. But I say, how about this? Because even if you say a mistake like that can happen in a bunker mentality where it's like maybe normally that save us maybe when you have to do it time after time, one little thing, you look into the sun, you don't see it.
And look at how many times Wyatt Crislip kicks the ball up the field and who gets the first touch to it? A Grafton player.
Yeah, but I say we have to win
that is keeping the ball coming, recycling the ball right at you. Oh, my goodness. I don't know about that.
That's a bad call, in my opinion.
I disagree with that call. I'll say that.
I disagree with that. Here's the thing. I think Gabbert was there, and he was just trying to – the guy extended his leg. All right, so they're going to try to do a little training ground stuff themselves. Great job by Wyatt not to
love that play, though.
Yeah, I would say nice play for the Grafton, but fortunately for RCB, it's.
But look at again, like, and I guess you guys are back. It's a kick you're trying to stop, but
I understand the idea is trying to get out of there, but at the same time, it's almost like.
Oh, another great save from Wyatt Crislip.
He's corner kick. Wyatt
because he got a touch to it.
Yeah, good job by Wyatt to get a touch there. But once again, I mean, like I said, this has just been RCB definitely needs to find a way to get some possession here and get the ball on the other side of the
get out of here.
Yeah,
because they have been under duress over the last 20 minutes.
Yep,
absolutely.
And at least gets a goal kick. RCB needs to win this goal kick in the air. Needs to find somebody and to win it, looks like Beeson's going to come in for Braden, hopefully to get him some.
Is it Braden? He's coming for Unego.
He's coming for Unego. Sorry, I thought I saw Braden going off, but no, it's Unego.
But we have not been out of our half this whole period.
Yep.
At least it seems like.
In a while. It's been a while. We had that one where Caleb Unego almost scored on that one, but after that, it's been all Bearcats. And so. I think part of that's why Thomason, maybe they're pushing him back is because they're like, look, what's good having him up there if we can't get the ball to him? So let's at least try to see if he can go back and get it himself.
Well, and he can carry the ball,
well, and hopefully give us some more ability to get
with the control.
Yeah. Good job by Xavier Sennett. There was a heads-up play. He saw where the ball was. I think what happened, there's the Grafton player looked at Sennett and goes, oh, he's going to kick it out of bounds. So he slowed up a little bit, and Sennett's like, oh, if you're going to slow up, I'll just let it go out of bounds and give me a goal kick.
Right.
So that was heads-up play by the senior.
Oh, man.
As here comes Chuck as he's going to try to get up to Beeson, but Beeson gets the touch but just couldn't control it. And this is where, like I said, they're fighting these guys. I think this is where, sometimes we mark up space and we need to do more man marking, I would like to see, because they're finding these open players. So don't let there be open players, Maybe it sounds simplistic, but. See, like I said, instead of letting them have the throw-in in, just say, we're going to mark tight on everyone, and, we're going to make you earn to get that throw-in in.
Right.
Nice try there. I saw what he was trying to do. Gabbert kind of pushed forward, but it's a little too far.
Look how deep he is,
Well, like I said, I think this is a strategy of, hey, we're not getting the ball much forward, and we need Braden Thomason is too important to this team to just basically make him a non-factor. So until we can start getting the ball forward, and the hope is that maybe we have some good offensive players, and he can maybe help us get more chances. And if we get it up there, little miscommunication between Beeson and Bennett.
Yeah.
Oh. As fortunately that one bends out.
Oh, it looks like Unego's coming back for Beeson. Listen, this game is not good for my heart. Not good for my heart, ladies and gentlemen.
So Unego's coming back, and obviously that was just to give him a rest to see for this last 12 minutes. But yeah, I mean, you're at that point where it's like, especially if you're pushing Braden back, you need Unego up front.
You need somebody who can hold the ball up.
Yeah.
And that's not a slam on Logan.
No. Trust us. We're not slamming him at all. He's played really well, but it's just one of those where we've seen it all year. Unego, the senior, knows how to do that better, and we just need him to do. This is when it matters.
When you need it. I mean, you have 11 minutes left in your season right now.
Yep. As here comes McCain.
Great little touch from McCain.
Kane's going to keep trying. Can he find someone? He was ambitious. I think he was hoping when he turned around, he was hoping someone was making that run, but unfortunately there was no one there. But
we need more of that.
But here's the thing: what I've said before, and I said, if you're going to miss for it. If you don't have anywhere to pass it and you can't really hold it anymore, then at least play the ball forward. Because if nothing else, if you lose it, if maybe you happen to get on the end of it, great. But if not, then at least your defense is set, and you can maybe push forward and try to get the ball back. Long ball in, and it's going to land. Look at Gabbert run. Can Gabbert get to it? They're both going for the ball.
It's an even contest.
I would say they both kind of hit shoulder to shoulder. Just because the one kid happens to fall down does not make it a foul.
Right. And
here's the thing. He didn't extend the arm, and he was going for the ball. It'd be one thing if he wasn't going for the ball, but he went for the ball. You could tell the ball was there.
Here we are with some possession in their half. You have got to turn that into something.
Yep. Braden couldn't though. People need to move though as well. I mean, when you don't, because that's why it does. Good job by Caden to at least head it back to the keeper and stop that play. With less than 10 minutes here in regulation, still nothing. Eagles and the Bearcats.
Okay. Now we got.
We're gonna say, oh my gosh, he just missed it. McCain had maybe the sideline there. Yeah, that's a foul, and Corsini needs to calm down.
It's not a red card, as you may have heard from yet, but I mean it's frustration.
It's a frustration foul.
What are you giving him?
Looks like a yellow. Yes, it's a yellow.
Okay.
Let's say that's a fair yellow. It's a fair one. He's and that's where, and if you talk to him, because sometimes he's had issues with that, but especially if you're Coach Min, you have to tell him like, hey, we need you now But we can't afford you to get that second yellow. So
we can't afford you to get sent off.
Because obviously, not only do we lose you, we lose a player. We're down a man. We can't play this team 11 on 10.
No, and and then you lose a man for the next game too.
If we can somehow knock on wood, we get through this one. We can that would be the case as well. So I mean, he's got to be careful with 9:16 to go. Yeah. Long ball in, and Caden once again does a good job of winning that in the air. And if nothing else, Braden does a good job getting off the Grafton player. All right.
Oof, a little mistouch there from Jackson McCain.
Okay. Well, if you're McCain though, go back, find somebody, or at least make sure that you help get the ball back.
Yeah.
Nice ball in.
Great ball from Braden. But, I mean, if you can.
And, hey, this is an opportunity because that's a throw-in for us, so now we can push up a little bit.
And push out, yeah.
Yep.
And you've got to maintain possession here.
You got to maintain possession because this is our first chance in a while to kind of keep that we've had any type like either a throw-in or some sort of set situation. But see, Grafton did what I've told our kids to do. As soon as our Beeson threw it in, a Grafton player picked him up, and McCain had nowhere to go with it. And that's what we need to be doing as well.
Yeah, and we're just we're not playing in the way that we have for a lot of the season, and it's kind of frustrating.
Okay, McCain's going to try to send it through, but unfortunately no one was in the middle. As Carson's going to try to go over there as the guy's carrying. But good job by Xavier Sennett. But Sennett couldn't make that pass. And need to get back here, though. Good job by Braden because there was a guy behind Sennett who was on.
Not a bad ball at all. Does Jackson McCain have the –
But that's a tough one to make that touch on to get that perfect.
Well, and to get and then get it in transition.
Yeah. Can Carson – As Beeson trying to work there, gets it to Braden.
That was I didn't.
Yeah, but I say that's one where you'd like to see Braden maybe carry a little bit.
Yeah, and I think I see what he was trying to do.
I know he's trying to face it to Carson, and it just didn't quite come off. But I'd like to see him carry that one. Good job by Chandler to
usher that
out. And here comes McCain. Good job of McCain of controlling along the sideline.
Man, he that was a nice little move there from Jackson McCain.
Yeah.
But he is playing really tight to the sideline here.
Braden's got it. He's going to play that long ball. Unego's behind the defender.
No,
well, not behind. He's onside, but
he's on. He's fine.
I mean, no, he's fine. I meant behind, like they're outside.
Oh, great touch from Jackson McCain, but just couldn't follow up with it.
Say just a little too heavy on the touch, but it was a great effort. Sennett's going to need to turn this outside. Good job. That's all you can do there. 6.5 minutes to go in regulation. RCB and Bearcats still tied, 0-0. Braden Thomason does a good job of getting it over to Gabbert. Gabbert looking for, but a little too hard by Beeson there. Carson with man on back, though. He's going to have to try to. Good job of him using Chandler as a release valve.
Yeah, I kind of wish one of Braden or Carson was a little farther forward.
Yeah.
I think we're playing, with basically two CDMs right now.
Yeah.
Well, they've both got really good passing range, but it's like.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think the point is right now, like Unego's almost playing we're almost playing a one-man top right now, and I see what the reason for it, but at the same time, and it's helped a little bit. I think it has helped us get more possession because at the end of the day, it was like what's the good of having two people standing up there if the ball never gets to them? You know what I'm saying? So the idea was.
It looks like the ref has let us a little bit more contact happen. He was really tight at the beginning, and I understand why.
Yeah.
Okay, now there we go. Starting to see a little bit more control.
There you go.
A little bit more thought about where the ball's going to go, who we're passing it to.
Okay, Carson tries to get over McCain. Good job for McCain coming back. Good job by the defender, but McCain at least earns a throw-in. Here comes Corsini.
And right at the right, what I'd love to see is if we can get a dead ball here, or stop here in the 30 yards or shorter. Corsini has the shot, has the leg.
Yep.
That is probably one of our best weapons in a game like this.
Yes. It better not be a foul on Carson, because Carson did nothing wrong. Oh, so actually they're going to call a foul because the guy did collide with Carson afterwards. I didn't know if they were going to call anything, but I was like, that's not a foul on Carson.
Now, you have to put this ball in the box, and something has to be.
Yeah.
You have got to. You've got 4 minutes.
4 minutes. Big play here as RCB has a chance at a kick here.
Grandstand, boys and girls. We got to stand up. Come on, Anthony. He can do it. Not a bad ball. And and now we got a corner.
I say corner. It looks like it. Yeah, because I was going to say it looked like that the Grafton defender, but terrific ball in.
Great from Anthony.
Because if that
big time play.
I'm going to say because if that goes if that happens to go a little bit further, it was Unego that would put it right in the back of the net. But good job by the defender there to get that. But I'm just saying you put it. That's what you want. You want in a spot where literally if Caleb Unego gets his head on it, that's a goal.
Right. And again,
you
got to measure where you are here.
3.5 minutes to go, and we another and
a great capture from the keeper.
Yeah, just great job by the keeper. Gotta give him credit for that. Xavier sent it. Good job. He's got to recycle this in though. Gets it over to Corsini. It was a good effort by Corsini, especially in that time of transition area. But now, if obviously though, we gotta get back if you're RCB trying to.
Well, and since he's come back on, Anthony's really he's starting to pressure like he had been. They know where they are in this moment.
Good job by Caden Min playing it out.
Well, and good communication there from Caden between Caden and Braden.
Yeah. Braden said, here, Caden, this is yours. All right.
Good
Carson. Oh. Heck, you could. Honestly, if I were to tell Carson you hate to be that guy, but go down. Yeah. Go down. Because if you go down, that's a foul.
Well, and if he goes down, this whole stand loses their minds.
Yeah. Because he clearly got his leg. So if he goes down, if he gone down, that's a foul. But
and
I get it. You don't want to be cheap that way. I get it. But at the same time, so 2 minutes to go. Braden's going to try to see if he can control here. Gets over to Carson. Carson, though, with man on back. Nice pass, though, by Carson.
Great outlet pass there.
As he's going to go over the top. So less than 2 minutes to go, though. Here come the Bearcats back the other way. Good job by Carson. Gets it. Braden, but nice job by number 20, Landon Hulley, to win that one back. And Kinchuck, as Caden Min will do a good job of clearing it out. Hey, I say, you don't care for your Xavier, I know that's been a little bit going both ways, but so less than 1:10 to go, throw in deep in RCB territory. Obviously, any goal here is the game for, whoever scores it. As here comes Unego. Unego's going to, a little bit of a mishit. Oh, good job by Caden Min. Fortunately, that's going to go high for RCB, and so that's going to – so 40 seconds left, RCB with a goal kick. And if I were RCB, take your time. Ball's on your end.
Go to the extra period.
Let's go to the extra period. Talk to your coach because obviously we're making some changes in our game plan. So you'd like to give Coach Min a chance to talk to you guys. So about 20 seconds left. Long ball in by Chrisup. Goes out of bounds, so about
15 seconds here in the half.
Yep.
And this is, people will say, what is it, how could you watch a 0-0 game?
Yep.
How could you watch this game and not think this
And that will
incredible?
take us to the end of regulation as it was still tied 0-0 between the Robert Seabird Eagles and the Bearcats, and we will be going to overtime. You're watching the Robert Seabird streaming network. All right.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Bonus Soccer.
Yep.
Listen, we love bonus soccer, but
I don't know if when RCB's involved. It's like when other teams are involved. Oh yeah, bonus soccer, awesome. But it's like when you're like, oh gosh, you know.
Oh geez, bonus soccer, no.
Or say so 10-minute overtime. I believe there's 2 of them. So if we get to 2, we believe it's a golden goal situation, which means that if a team were to score and at any point the game ends and that team is the sectional champion. Long ball up as RCB will try to see if they can find something here because obviously, like I said, it was gotta give credit. You know, Bearcats really had RCB on its heels and looked like was on the verge of scoring on a couple of occasions. Fortunately, RCB did just enough to get back and to stop anything. Oh, but that's good job. Oh, Chuck.
But we've seen some really interesting tactical changes from both teams.
Yeah, I think the main one we see from RCB is just putting Braden back, and I really think it's done a great job because we were just not controlling the ball at all, and it's like, well, look, we need our best guy. If we can't get control of the ball, what's good of having a guy up top who's really good, you know?
Right.
As it deflects off of RCB does a good job deflecting the ball, and Chrislip will easily pick it up. So with 9 minutes to go here in overtime, Chrislip telling people to get up the field, see if they can try to win one. Now here's a Chrislip punt all the way to the other 35. All right, can Corsini?
Oh,
I mean, obviously it was off the defender there, but man, how crazy would it have been if that had tipped and gone the other way into the goal, and that's how this game would have ended.
Listen, if that's how this game ends on a fluke,
yep.
You would be equal parts elated,
yep,
scared, happy, like
yep,
just a whole range of different emotions would go through my body at that point.
Yep. Hold on, there's something going on. What happened? The ref just blew the whistle. They're gonna redo the goal kick. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I guess
maybe the ball can go in the net here for the Eagles. Let's get the.
I would say maybe there's a couple guys that he was talking to, like, hey, you two stop.
Yeah, knock off the craziness.
I would say, I think it's talking. It looks like it's Gabbert maybe, and who's number 11 for them? Copeland.
In my experience with Isaiah Gabbert, he is Mr. Calm, Cool, and Collected.
Yep.
This is the most aggressive game I've ever seen from him, and I kind of dig it.
Yep. As Carson tried to give it back, and good job by Carson there, and as long ball in, can White get to it? It goes over Wyatt's head. Fortunately, he's able to get back and track back and get the ball before the. And good job. Number 20, was it Landon Hulley? He's done a good job taking out a lot of our counterattacks over there on the right side for the Bearcats. Got to give him credit for that. Couldn't save that one in, though, so it's going to stay with RCB with about 7 minutes to go here in this first overtime period. As little interplay there, and
step back out here
is yep. Here comes some space here. Good job by Chandler to get to that, but here comes the next wave of Bearcats. Long shot in. Little ambitious effort, and it's going to go out for a goal kick for RCB as with 6.5 minutes to go. How about this, though? If they take those type of, obviously be in the area enough so you can't pass it, but if they're going to take shots that far out, then you let them, because if they can make a shot from there, then they deserve it. As White's, so here comes Chuck as the Bearcats come the other way. Ball comes in, and but headed back toward the middle, though, good job by Braden to knock it out. Recognize that. The only thing I would tell Chandler from now on, never head that back toward the middle. Just try to flick it out, even if you can't get as much, texture. You just never go toward the middle there. But fortunately, it worked out. It was okay. But just for future reference.
Right. Because that it just at that point it asks more questions of your
Yeah, exactly. You never go toward the middle unless you're able to get like a full a full foot into it and can kick it like 40 yards. You never go toward middle. You probably should never go toward middle, period. But if you can kick it 40 yards at that point, then it's like, okay, then you're good. But unless you're getting a lot behind it, you gotta go out of the way. Good job by Min to once again win one, and can Gabbert. Oh, Gabbert! But he couldn't get it to. And here comes another long ball, and it's going to be headed out by Chandler. And I'll tell you the one nice thing that these defenders of Grafton, when they play those long balls in, they're keeping it in play. It's not usually like it goes out of bounds, and that's been something that I think is, obviously giving RCB some trouble because then it's like you got that long ball in.
And when you play it on the sideline like that, you have to be a very technically sound player.
As looks like McCain coming in for Beeson with 4.5 minutes to go here in the first overtime. As Chandler, good job of getting it up there. Good work between them. And this time the header goes out of bounds, and so RCB will hold possession. As here comes Caleb Unego, as he's going to get it over to Carson. Carson, good job by Braden. Braden, I think I would say, looking at McCain there. McCain needs to go outside here. Good job by the defender, but at least McCain earns the throw.
Jackson here, he's played a couple really good, smart ways of, I can't get this ball around him, but I can do something positive for my team.
Yep. So Chuck's going to come up and take this one. Goes off of Gabbert. Gabbert's going to – can McCain keeps it in. Can he – go get Gabbert. Oh, Gabbert couldn't get turned around, though, or find somebody. But that was a great effort by – oh, can Ganego! Oh!
But that's what we need to see.
Let's see.
RCB.
Yep, good job.
That is the team. That's the team you are right now. You've been.
Yeah, he's stopping the play because he's checking on a guy. Okay, he's going to. As that was an interesting, because what happened was it was not a foul because they were both going for the ball and just happened to hit, but they're a little bit of an injury for a Grafton player, so the ref was just checking on him, doing what he's supposed to do. Can Caleb Unego gets around him, but in this case, he at least by doing that was able to get the throw in here. So with 3 minutes to go, RCB has a throw deep in the Bearcat territory.
They're just going to let out for a goal kick here.
It's going to goal kick a little bit too far, and so with less than 3 minutes to go, the Eagles have Eagles and Bearcats are in this nothing contest, and next goal would send the team to the regional final. As Carson does a good job winning that one, and he tries to get over to Corsini. Corsini, as Chuck there tries to win it, and Xavier Sennett does a good job. Can McCain, I think he's going to there's probably a foul, but they're going to call advantage here, as it did go to the center to a Grafton player. Yeah. Good job by Chrislip coming off his line to get that. So 2 minutes to go. Corsini does a good job of, and can Unego? Oh, Unego's taken down. That's got to be a foul. Yep. Because, he did not get the ball. Now, it was not intentional. It was a good challenge, but he didn't get the ball. And when you don't get the ball and you get the guy, that's a foul.
Now, again, and he better mark off 10 because that is definitely not 10.
Yep. Yeah, that's the refs doing that now. And if you're Corsini, take your time, because the more time you take off, you want this almost to be like, if you don't score here, this is the end of the overtime period.
Well, and you look at Coach Ben is telling everybody, get up there. Put the ball in somebody's head, Anthony. He can do it, and I want to see him get this.
Yep. He went to goal, but didn't quite put a lot of power behind it. I think he was almost between
it looked like he was trying to float it up for somebody to attack.
Yeah, and it just got a little
happen.
too close to the goal. That's what I think happened. I don't think that was him going for goal. I think that was him trying to. Okay, here comes Carson. Carson's going to try to get over to McCain. McCain. Nice job by Carson Bennett. But he can't get it to Corsini, and that's going to get cleared out with 36 seconds to go as we will, in this first overtime period. Long ball in. Can Chrislip come and get it? Whew, he can. Oh,
that kind of was a weird backspin.
Yeah, that was just a weird
one.
Just
kind of sat up there that made it hard for the goalkeeper to come get it.
10 seconds to go. So if you're RCB, just anything on this, you just got to get it out of there. Just got to go because it's 5 seconds because there's, like I said, the one thing you just don't want to have. All right, because it's going to be that's the period. So RCB and the Bearcats will go to a second overtime. You're watching the Robert C. Byrd streaming network.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, as you can hear from the stands, we have 10 minutes.
Yep.
10 minutes in this half.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's the Eagles and the Bearcats. Nothing. 10 minutes to go. If this were to be still tied at the end of this 10-minute interval, we will go to penalty kicks. So, but obviously still 10 long minutes to go. Someone's talking. Is someone okay? Is it Corsini just talking to Corsini, making sure everything's okay? All right, that's good refereeing there. All right, so 10 minutes to go. Long ball in. What did I say, Xavier?
I don't understand that one. Why did both of them?
I would say someone's got to say, hey, my ball. I would say probably that should be Chuck because Chuck's the center defender, ergo.
Well, and that's what he's telling Xavier right now is I said I got it.
Yeah. If the center defender says they have it, kind of like the goalkeeper, they kind of have that top priority. It's kind of like in baseball, the outfielder always has it if it's an outfielder versus an infielder. It's the same thing. Center defender has it over anyone else. Goalie has it over anyone. So.
Yeah.
All right. So less than a minute in, though, and here come the Bearcats again as both teams been playing hard, and that no foul there because I don't think it was. But Gabbert just
kind of stopped thinking they were going to call a foul.
Yeah, you gotta play the whistle. I mean, it's kind of cliche, but it's a cliche for a reason. If you don't, because I don't think it was a foul. I think he went for the ball,
and I think the ref kind of let it go. And
because I mean, it was. So, don't assume he's going to call a foul one way or the other. Don't assume he's going to call a foul for you or away from you until you actually see him blow the whistle, hear him blow the whistle, and then good job by Thomason on defense.
That's the other thing that's kind of interesting is Braden has started to mark him individually.
Yep. Well, like I said, I think the key is that we are trying to make sure that here comes the long ball in. Caden Min does another good job of getting it over here, but unfortunately it's going to – Caden does –
shot there.
As Caden does another good job of blocking today. Corsini, he's on sides. Can he – I say the Corsini – I saw Corsini kind of putting – no, are you talking to Corsini? Because Corsini was trying to get his arm away. The other guy grabbed him. I'm sorry. I saw Corsini tried to pull his arm.
Yeah.
You're talking to both of them. Okay.
Okay, but Corsini was trying to keep himself from getting it.
Yeah, but because at the end, the 21 kept holding, and of course you could see Corsini just with his back arm, like I'm trying to get, because he knew he's on a yellow. He's like, I gotta be careful. He's like, I'm going. Like I'm done. Like, yeah. And he called it on. All right, so 8 minutes to go. Here's a great opportunity for RCB.
Smart ball, but just couldn't get to it. That's another training ground move. That.
That was one where it's like, they're going to expect that high ball, so let's see if we can try to catch him somehow. As Caden's going to play it up. Someone's got to try to win that on that ball, though. No one was really moving for him. Someone's got to move for him.
Right.
That's off of.
And Caleb was like, "Oh shoot! I thought it was off of the Grafton."
So if you're Caleb though, go ahead and make sure you're marking somebody and help out if you can to get that ball back. I know don't go too far back, obviously, but
right.
Like I said, that's who I would have had him marking. Is number 20. He just stepped up and took it. If you're Caleb, you still want to be behind. In front of the ball. But at the same time, you want to make sure you're taking away options from the other team to try to help your team out. And it's going to try to get McCain. And unfortunately, the way that bounced kept it in, too. As they're going to keep going. Chuck, good job by Chuck, yeah.
Little battle there from Xavier Sennett down the.
The question was, I couldn't tell from here, and the ref said, I guess that Sennett got the ball. If he got the ball, and then he might have gotten a piece of the man, that's okay. It's just a question of what you get first. And come on, stop acting. Stop.
Demanding a call. You're
demanding
not
a call, or just play as if it. Wait for him to call the whistle and then go. I mean, I'm sorry, but a couple times we put ourselves in bad situations because a guy just stood expecting a call, and you can't do that. You got to play to the whistle. Until you hear that whistle, you go. Wyatt watches that go over the top. Fortunately, they're not able to get that on frame, and so less than 6 minutes to go here in the second overtime. Still nothing between the Eagles and the Bearcats.
Sure.
As RCB will try to see if they can try to get some possession here on the other half of the 50. That's where it's really important because obviously if you can get over there, then you don't have to worry. They can't score. All right. Yeah. Good job by Carson. Gets to McCain. But I would like to see McCain carry a little bit there. He had room. Unless you haven't, my thing, and I've said it several times, unless you have a pass and you have room, unless you have like a pass, and good job by the ref because he knew what was coming and he pointed because he lifted his arms up and said, nope, that was his underside.
Sure.
Oh wow, that stayed in somehow. They've even had those
This ball has bounced really strangely today.
I would say I don't know how that ball stayed in. Okay,
is this the Jobalani? Are we dealing with the Jobalani today?
Nice defending by Xavier Sennett. Him working in tandem with Chuck. Chuck was beaten maybe a little bit there, and that's where Sennett came over to kind of clean up and get it out of there. So less than 4.5 minutes to go. Ball in. Caden Men can Sennett's going to at least try to see if he can get it. Oh, nice job getting it to McCain. Can McCain? I swear it will not go off of a Bearcat player out of bounds. I don't know what it is.
Well, here's what I want to know is.
I mean, like I said, it's just the way the ball is bouncing. I'm not accusing anything of anybody, but I'm just saying it's just the weirdest thing.
Settle her down, Braden Thompson. Settle her down.
Okay. And there you go. And so that stayed in too somehow. I can't understand it.
It's the battle between these two leaders that I really am following hard.
Yeah.
You know, Braden, I can't remember 11's name.
Copeland, I believe. Yes. Copeland.
Both of them have been.
Yeah, 2 seniors, leading scorers of their teams.
Just let her out.
Yep. Well, or, he's got a good punt. I'm okay with him picking that up.
Well, and keeping the pace of the game going.
Yep.
I get that.
Yep. Oh. As Braden tries to clear it, this goes off of. All right, yeah. If you're Chandler, carry this a little bit and look for something, because now see if you can find Caleb. Good. Now Caleb turn. Good job to Carson. Now Carson. Ooh, nice move by Carson. Needs to find someone though. Corsini gives it back to Carson.
With a really good
nice
move by Carson.
He's going to try to play it in. Can Carson's going to get to that. Can he score? Oh.
Well, I think
McCain's going to keep it in, though. Can McCain fight for that?
Get a corner out of this. Is what you gotta do.
Well, I mean, he did the right thing, trying to play it middle. Just there was no one there. Xavier sent it. I take him. I was going to say if he could. Come on, Carson. All right. That ball out, but good job.
And this is probably the most sustained possession the Eagles have had all game.
Yep.
We got to keep the pressure.
Yep. So less than 2:20 left. RCB with the ball here, trying to get that goal. But a mishit by Chandler Walls, and here come the Bearcats. Long ball, and this will fortunately, and that's where I think Xavier Sennett can need to stop there.
Have an injury.
So we're going to step away. You're watching the Robert C. Byrd Streaming Network.
Well, and it's really nice to see Adrian walking off on his own feet.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, this game is a heated contest.
Yes.
Between two very good teams.
Yeah, and with everything on the line.
Right, but we are here for the students first.
Yep. Yeah, I would say we want everyone to walk off this field nice and healthy. Just in a good contest, and so as RCB will get the ball here as.
A minute 53
to go as RCB is played up there. But once again, here come the Bearcats the other way. And number 14, I believe he's the one that came in for the substituted Joyce. Oh, he's going to call a foul. He's going to call a foul there.
Cleared it. You could see wrapped his arm around Xavier Sennett to try and stop it.
So less than a minute and a half to go. Chuck is going to take this kick here. If you're both teams.
A good ball from Chuck.
Yeah.
Sad to not see somebody attack it. But
yeah. Yeah. So less than a minute and 15 to go. Can Braden? Braden does get it. Can he see if he can carry here a little bit? But good job by the defender. Gabbert's going to try. Get over to Carson. Carson, oh, nice plays to Braden. Braden, can you get –
This ball just seems to be bouncing so strangely today.
Yep.
I don't know if it's just that it's cold or what.
A little bit of miscommunication there between Bennett and Gabbert, and good job by Braden. And here comes Carson. Gets to Braden. Braden's going to play it back and gets it to Chandler.
Great control from Yanego there.
Yanego with 30 seconds left is going to try here. Okay. I say here comes Carson Bennett. He's going to earn a throw in with, and here comes Corsini with that long throw. I'd say tell everyone to get in there.
Put it in the box though. You got like.
All right, with 8 seconds left. 7, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we are
into bonus soccer and to penalties, ladies and gentlemen.
On the penalties.
We haven't seen this all year.
Yep.
The most nerve-wracking 5 minutes in soccer is about to happen today.
Yep.
And it's all we have deserved.
Yep.
Because honestly, ladies and gentlemen,
this has been a pretty even contest. I mean, you could argue the Bearcats have a bit of better possession at times, but RCB did have its moments as well. So, we'll see as we got about 2 minutes here, and we'll step aside we're watching the Robert C. Byrd streaming network.
listen, ladies and gentlemen, we were talking off air, and we said, well, wait, we got to talk about it here.
Yeah.
We're making decisions about who's going to take these.
That's it. Hold on. I think I see him. Hold on. Let me see if I can get my binoculars out here. I see Braden. I see obviously right for the thing. I'm trying to see here. 7, so that's Caden. I see 20, that's Carson. I see 5, that's Chuck. And 1, that's Corsini. So that's the 5 he's going with.
And I think I understand that.
I understand that.
Yanego too.
Yanego too. Oh yeah, sorry. I didn't say his name, but yeah, he was in the group too. So that's seems to be what your 5 is going to be, and Christoph obviously in the goal to. And we'll take a look here. Hopefully, unfortunately, with this huddle cam, sometimes you can't. It might not go pan to the right thing, unfortunately. So we'll try our best to. Might have to be a little bit radio here and just, let you know.
We'll do the best we can to give you our details here.
Of details there of what happened. I hope the camera pans over. Don't get us wrong. We hope that happens. But unfortunately, the way these huddle cams work is they follow the movement. So if a bunch of players are kind of moving in the middle of the field, they won't go to the goal. So,
And it looks like in this call, Grafton will go second.
Yep. It could go either way. Some people like to go second because then you know what's going on. But then at the same time, going first allows you to put pressure on the other team. So,
or is Grafton going second?
No. Grafton is going second. Okay, because at first it looked like they were going to have.
Grafton is going first.
Yeah, RCB is going first shooting. Grafton is going to defend first.
Are they?
No, there's men going up to take it.
Yeah, so RCB is shooting first.
Yes.
And Grafton is shooting second.
Second, yes. Yeah, we got it. So, yeah, RCB, and it's Caden Min on it as their goalie keeper. I'm trying to look here. Bryson Kittle will be the one in goal for the as.
Ladies and gentlemen, I can't sit down. I'm.
So we'll see how this one goes. As Caden Min into
and
the side of the left net. There's nothing the keeper could do about it. Great strike.
He kind of waited to see which way the keeper would go, and the keeper guessed left and sat down.
Yep.
And Caden Min just had to put it in the back of the net.
Yep. So good job, RCB strikes first. And let me just see if I can take a look to see who this is for number 11. That's Copeland. So that's their leading scorer.
I'd love to see a save here.
Yeah, obviously it'd be nice to set the pace if RCB could get a save here. But, I mean, that's the reason a lot of times they put some of their best penalty people at the first because you don't want to lose that first one and be put yourself behind.
The first guy is always the guy you're guaranteed is going to score one.
Oh,
and he put it right down the middle.
Yeah, Chris guessed right, and he put it down the middle. And here comes Corsini to take the second one.
Listen, and the tough part about this is, this is big time. This is you got to steel your nerves here.
Yep.
And be focused.
So 1-1. 1-1 here as we go to the second round of penalty kicks. So both teams hold serve, as you might say, as Corsini will come in and look to see if he can get RCB back a 2-1 lead. And he shoots, and he slots it into the left side.
I mean, that is the keeper guessed right, and it was put in the right corner.
I'm about to say he guessed right, and that's why he's frustrated. But the good thing for Corsini was he put it almost in that perfect spot. Like there's one
low, hard, and where you couldn't get.
Yeah, I'm about to say the thing about penalty kicks is if you put them in a certain spot with pace, it's impossible. It's over. It's going to go in. The keeper can't stop it. The only thing you could hope for the keeper is if there ever is a ball that is stoppable, that they stop it. But so far there has.
This is 15 from
15,
Grafton.
and that would be Lane England. I believe
he's a left footer.
He's their second leading scorer on the season.
And he puts it away. Wyatt Crystal guessed
correctly this time, but he was able to slot it in here. Here comes Caleb Unego for the third round. So we are now at 2-2 into the third round, as there's 5 rounds in penalty kicks, and if it's still tied, then you just go sudden death from there.
Right.
For those that don't know, but yeah, so it's 2-2.
And ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna tell you, the drama is raising with every moment.
Obviously, absolutely, because obviously any one of these that doesn't go in would. So Caleb Unego here. We'll see what he does. And he buries it.
And with authority.
Like he just went to the keeper kind of guessed wrong, put it up there. The one thing, obviously, you don't want to be too cute with this because sometimes people are too cute, and that's when you miss the goal entirely. And that's, so let's see who's this for the Grafton. I believe, I'd like to say 20. I'm seeing 20, and that is Landon Hulley, who is their third leading scorer. So they've gone first leading scorer, second leading scorer, now third leading scorer.
Come on, Mr. Chris, let's get a save.
So we'll see how this one goes. Oh!
And
Chris guessed right, but it was just a well-slotted ball by Hulley.
At pace.
At pace, and, not much he could do about it. And that's 3-3, and here comes Carson as we go into the fourth round as 3-3. Like I said, we got 2 more rounds, and then depending on where we are at that, we will go into sudden death. Where what that means is that each team will go once, and if one person scores and another person doesn't, then that team wins. But high pressure for Carson as we'll see how this goes. Carson shoots and scores!
With his eyes, he's done every time.
He moved
Carson
that
Bennett
keeper.
Knows how to.
He manipulated that corner, that guy to go the other way, and he did it. And so here comes number 11. Is that correct? Or no, wait, sorry, that's not 11. 11 shot earlier. I'm sorry. He just needs kind of 13. Sorry, 13. Colton Sanders, midfielder for the Bearcats, will be taking the next one.
And he's got a right footer.
Right footer.
He's going to take a very long run up.
Yep. So we'll see how this goes. Maybe he's going to see if he can get a towel from Chrislip. Nice job, slots it away. And here comes Thomason for RCB in the 5 spot. As now, like I said, if after this this round we will go into sudden death from there. But
right. Well, and let's just see what happens.
Let's say first things first. We'll see how Braden does here, as we're still tied 4-4. As
and we just Braden Thompson getting up to the spot here.
Yep. Big moment.
Yeah. But you don't want – there's no one else you want
I say.
in that moment.
Mm-hmm. And Braden puts
Buries
it in.
it.
Buries it. Kind of got the guy leaning. Caught the guy leaning, went the other way, puts it in. And so now it is 5-4 RCB. And actually, it's going to be the keeper for the Bearcats.
He says no. Actually, no.
I would say for a second it looked like the keeper is going to take it. So now there's number, I believe, is that number 5? That was the one that that went down injured a little bit ago. Looks like
he's going to gut it out here.
Or is it 2? 2. Sorry, number 2. That would be Jude Menard. But, he looked like he ran up pretty good, so that's good to see. I'm glad to see that he's healthy. So, 5-4. Obviously, it's all on the line here.
It's a big-time kick.
Big-time kick. Let's see what happens here. And he buries
put it away.
And the Bearcats.
So, we're on to bonus
kicks. And here comes Chandler Walls for RCB. As, like I said, now it's if any team scores and the other team does not, then it ends. So this is obviously big for.
And ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching right now on the broadcast, we only have the huddle camera, so our ability to see these kicks is limited to what the huddle camera picks up, and it's going to pick them up the students at the middle.
Yeah. So that's why we're just trying to talk you through it. Here comes Chandler. Taylor shoots.
And he saved it.
Saved it. Went down the middle, got the kick save. And so it's as now if Grafton, let's say, so if Grafton, what's going on? Let's say, no, but it's over. Okay. So now number 1, so the keeper, Grayson Kittle, if he makes this, then the Bearcats will win this game.
And this is tough.
This is tough for Wyatt Chrislip. Let's see what he does.
And it's away.
And it buries it. And the Grafton Bearcats have won the sectional champions. Congratulations to Grafton. It was a well-played game. Obviously, it stinks for either team to lose because I think they both deserve this, but someone had to move on, so they will play Lewis County next Thursday, actually in Grafton. So since the regional was already going to be in Grafton, that will be
they get a home game.
They get a home game for the regional championship. So congratulations to them. Like I said, couldn't be much closer. Not only did we go the entire game, all overtime, we even had to go to extra penalty kicks. So
yeah, this has been a tough thing. But
yep. But so let me just before we go off, since this is our last time, and unfortunately, so for all, I just want to make sure to shout out all the seniors for RCB that put so much into their career. It's heartbreaking. I'm going to say this myself. My senior year, we went out on penalty kicks in the sectionals as well. So I know how hard.
Say thank you to Charles
Hawkins,
Braden Thomason, Caleb Yanego, Gandon Mays,
and Peyton Smith. Yep.
Seniors, thank you for what you've done for this program.
I was going to say, and for you freshmen, sophomores, and juniors, just try to remember this and use that as extra motivation to keep working hard. Get into the gym. Try to get on any travel tees if you can, or at least go out and run as much as you can. Just try to get that little extra bit so that you don't want, so you can maybe get this. But like I said, once again, we'd like to congratulate the Grafton Bearcats on their sectional championship.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, Steve, it's been a nice season.
It's been a nice season.
Thank you for doing this with us.
Thank you guys for having me. Hopefully we can continue
And
bringing
have a
this.
big season next year.
And have a big season next year. I think the future is bright for RCB, and that's good thing to see.
I think so, too. I think we've got a lot of talent coming back.
Mm-hmm.
But, ladies and gentlemen, for the final time this season for the Robert C. Byrd Streaming Network, I've been Gabe Rhodes.
I've been Stephen Kennedy.
Have a nice day, y'all.
Have a nice day.